we all
everyone,
share.
and
The
welcome
heartbeat
to the
of our
Morning
community.
Tea. I'm your
Loving
girl,
the
Alex Schiffman, and joining me is my wonderful co-host, Mr. Courtney Revolution. What's going on, Courtney?
Good morning. I am Courtney Revolution. Hey, Alex. Hey, T-Tribe. I'm doing good, girl. I really thought that was my computer making noise. I said, oh, God, here I go with this audio on. Girl, every day it happens. You know, YouTube always be acting up.
Monday vibes are in full effect. Let me just let you know. And no, unfortunately, that was my audio, but we got it covered. So welcome to the Morning Tea. If you're new here, make sure you let us know in the chat, where are you watching the show from? We love to hear all about it. Courtney, how was your weekend? Tell me everything.
Alex, I had a really good weekend. Let's just start off with I discovered a boba place near my home. And so my thing was I was very glad that everything was very COVID friendly. So, you know, the big plastic, plexiglass is very much giving me check cashing place. I feel like if a bullet came through the store, it wouldn't even reach the employee because the glass was so thick. Boba was cheap, girl. Cheap, quality, and tasty. You know, because for those of y'all that don't know, sometimes boba can get a little pricey depending on where you go, on what side of town you go on. You might want a couple rose petals in there, then all of a sudden it's $15. Just give me fresh boba, little strawberry, little milk tea, $4. Bam, I'm out.
Ooh.
But I did that and I watched one more. Wait, what'd you say?
What's your favorite boba flavor? Do you have like an all-time fave?
Strawberry. If you give me a strawberry milk tea, boba, and I like the little the jellies. I don't know if you guys know about the little jellies, or like the popping candies. They throw in there little strawberry popping little orbs you throw in there till you can get all frozen yogurt, depending on where you live. But I love those in a milk tea moment. It's good. You like boba, Alex? You a boba girl?
I love boba, and I'm a green tea. Just simple kind of flavor, but still gives all that you need. And so
Yes,
I love, I had them a lot more in high school. I haven't had them recently, but I'm always a fan. But something else, fan of, Courtney, I have to tell you, this weekend, of course, we're all safe at home. So I binged a lot and I have a lot to report back. I watched the Selena series, which... Spoiler alert, there has to be a second season because the story doesn't end. So that's exciting that there's going to be more.
Okay.
Also, I watched both Mariah's holiday special and Carrie Underwood's My Gift. So let me just tell you, I have a lot to talk about. First off,
tell me about Mariah first, Alex, because I'm very curious. I didn't watch, but obviously I heard the song. Was it up to the hype, would you say?
So Mariah's special is not what you would expect. So it was like Billy Eichner was involved, Tiffany Haddish. It was more kind of like a cheesy in a good way, let me say, kind of family-friendly holiday special. So it was kind of comedic. There were different aspects of it, like the peanuts were in it. Like in the center of her holiday special, you have this whole like throw to kind of a peanuts clip, Charlie Brown's Christmas. It was a little, there was some rain involved, but the performance with Jennifer Hudson, Ariana Grande, we saw most of it, but of course that was great. She looked incredible. The dresses were stunning. So it was not what I expected, but I enjoyed it. It was entertaining and the whole family could watch. Then we get to Carrie Underwood's, a lot more serious. It was a full-blown, hour-long concert that gave me chills. I forgot how amazing her voice is, Courtney, and it's just unbelievable. John Legend was there. She went through, the classic Christmas songs and then some of her new ones. My jaw was down to the floor the entire time. So two different vibes. One is like happy, uplifting, like jolly Christmas was Mariah's. And she, of course, she looked incredible still. And then Carrie Underwood was kind of more of a serious but powerful Christmas special, if that makes sense. And Carrie's dresses, Courtney, you would die. They're unbelievable.
I'm here for it. It sounds like Mariah's had a little bit more camp than Carrie Underwood. And Carrie Underwood was like, girl, you better get your mug of tea, sit down, watch the snowfall, and get into it. Throw the log in the fireplace because we're getting the night started.
Yeah. You said that much quicker than I just did. But exactly. So something for everyone. And of course, you have to like holiday specials in general. But yeah. And then Selena, the series, amazing. Already on my seat for season 2. So a lot of good stuff that I binged this weekend. Did you catch anything?
Like Selena? Before we get to me, Alice, did you like Selena? Because there have been a lot of mixed reviews I'm seeing online. So I'm glad that you brought it up. Were you entertained? Let me ask you.
I was entertained. Of course, I binged the whole season. I was entertained. I enjoyed it. Some of the reviews say that there's not enough Selena, and I will say that's true. They focus more on kind of the father's role, the brother's role, the sister's role than Selena herself. And like some of the iconic songs that I love, like Bitty Bitty Bum Bum and all of her kind of like.
That's what I'm looking for, Alex. Where is Bitty Bitty Bum Bum? If I'm not, is that in season 1? Let me know right now.
Not in season 1. Sorry, spoiler. So that's what I'm saying. I know.
Wow. Okay. So how about this? With J-Lo, we got a quick excerpt of her life, including music, wigs, and the like. With this, we're getting more of a deep dive into the history of our Selenas and her family. Would it be safe to say that in comparison of the two? Okay, y'all. So when we watch Selena, because I want to watch her, when we watch Selena, we're going to watch and leave, and not in a disrespectful way, we're going to leave J-Lo in the back seat because we're focusing what's going on in front of the windshield. Gotcha.
I will say that Christian Serratos, who plays Selena, is stunning, really good actor. She even has that kind of J-Lo vibes, the laugh. I guess it's J-Lo as Selena, but the same kind of vibe that you're looking for when you think of Selena. So I do think she did a great job. All the acting is really superb. So check it out. Courtney, did you have anything to catch up on this weekend? You have to report to us?
Honestly, the only thing that I really watched, I was busy this weekend, doing a lot of, not running around in the sense of like fun, but I was doing a lot of running around, so I was busy. I did watch one episode of The Undoing, and I have one episode left, so hopefully I can watch that today. I didn't even watch the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion last night, Alex. I only had enough strength in these eyelids to stay up for Real Housewives of Atlanta, so I did watch that. And I was very excited about that. Y'all know how I feel about the Housewives and seeing how the show was going to progress without Miss Lenithia Nene Monique Leakes. So I did watch that, but we're going to talk about that in a few. So I don't want to give it all away just yet, girl.
We are. Let me break down what we have on the show today because, of course, we're going to talk about, the premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're also talking about Jax Taylor leaving Vanderpump Rules. So this is something that a lot of the fans were criticizing the show for not releasing Jax as well. Well, it happened, everyone. Plus, Cardi B is getting in trouble online again. Cardi can't catch a break. There's just more and more backlash. Dionne Warwick is becoming the only good thing on Twitter these days. She had some hilarious tweets calling out some of our favorite artists over the weekend. We'll have to tell you about that. Plus, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are very eager to get hitched. They're not going to have a long engagement. We'll tell you more about that. And then we're talking about Tiana Taylor's announcement that she is retiring from music. So this is a big deal. Tinder's top songs of the year. This is interesting. Tinder created a playlist, and we'll tell you what's on that playlist. Also, Shawn Mendes is teaming up with Camila Cabello for a Christmas cover. This is good. I really enjoyed it. And then behind the Jenner gates, we're looking at Kris Jenner's annual gift to the family. And then Chicago wishing her big brother, St. West, a happy birthday, which is so adorable. You'll see the clip and more. And then finally, our own tea story of the day. We're talking about Selena Gomez's comments at the Teen Vogue Summit over the weekend. So be sure to stick around until then to hear everything the Queen has to say. So we have a lot to talk about on this Monday morning, Courtney. Are you ready?
I'm ready, girl, and I need this tea because it's cold in my house. I don't know if it's cold in your home, Alex. My house has a little chill, so I'm actually hot tea. Nose is running and everything, girl.
Pour up that water. Let's get into it because there is so much tea to spill today.
Right.
Cheers.
I need that, girl. Cheers.
Right.
Damn.
Cheers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to kick it off. If you missed it, if you're new here, these are all the stories that you may have missed overnight, but Courtney and I handle the trending tea for you this morning. First up, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, which returned to Bravo Sunday night, and they hit the ground running. The Atlanta franchise has had a lot of hype leading into the season, with all of the drama surrounding Cynthia's bachelorette party and Nene Leakes getting into it with the creators of the show. But the season opener had other things to address. Starting off with Portia attending the Black Lives Matter protests over the summer. We saw the housewife running away from rubber bullets as well as getting arrested in Kentucky. So we reported about this on the show before, but now we finally see it all play out. Portia says in a confessional that while it was certainly not her favorite experience, being locked up with so many strangers all fighting for the same cause changed her life. The episode also dealt with Cynthia trying to plan around COVID-19 for her marriage plans. We also got a look into the ongoing drama related to Kenya's deteriorating relationship with her husband, Mark Daly. Many of Kenya's fellow housewives continued to urge her to divorce the man as coronavirus continued to make things worse between the two. Courtney and T-Tribe, what did you think of the opening episode for Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13?
I want to say that I was very excited for the premiere of this, Alex and T-Tribe, even if you don't watch this particular show or franchise. And the reason why is because it's one of the first shows that I've been interested in that have started filming after we've sort of been locked down. And it's been a really good experience thus far to see how they have been handling that. They haven't been like acting like the pandemic hasn't been going on. Like, you know, you see Marlo show up and she's got, you know, her face mask on and she's like saying like, give me 6 feet. And to be honest, switching gears, because I don't want to make this a 30-minute long review or discussion. I thought it was interesting, Alex, what Kenya was going through. You know, I feel like in a different life, I would have dragged her or said that this is her karma for how she has treated the other ladies. However, after meeting her through this show and interviewing her, Kenya's very nice, and I feel like she has a very big heart. And so all of those other things aside, it must be really difficult to potentially be a single mother, number one, and number two, be in a relationship where you potentially don't always feel heard or listened, which seems to sort of be her struggle. So I'm hoping that going forward we can see more positive moments with Kenya. And honestly, I'm interested to meet the new ladies. We have Drew Sidora and we have Latoya Ali, who's a creator on YouTube as well. They've joined the cast and they're going to be showing up soon. So I'm ready to see them, Alex. I need it. Good starter so far.
So I haven't checked out the premiere yet. I'm doing it right after this show. But I want to know, did we get a taste of the new women? Do we get any glimpse into their lives?
No, I've been seeing Drew Sidora post on social media a lot, Latoya posting on social media a lot, and we haven't gotten there just yet. And, you know, it's not weird that we haven't met them yet. If I had to predict, I would say episode 3, we'll probably get to meet one or both of them. We just haven't gotten sort of like a group scene yet. So when that happens, I'm sure we're going to get those introductions. They're going to bring it, Alex. Already.
Well, I am so excited. T-Tribe, let us know in the chat your favorite moment from the premiere last night. I'm excited for this season. This is my season, Courtney. I am coming in and I am learning all about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like I said, I did watch season, I think it was 1 through 3. And then I don't know what happened. You know, I got so far behind, and I'm the type of person that when I get too far behind, I just kind of give. It's just overwhelming the amount of seasons I need to catch up with, but I'm going to do it.
Alex, I'm going to tell you this. If you have time, 5 seasons, 5, 6, skip a couple, and then come back to like maybe like 8, and then watch this. But watch this first and then go back. Watch the stuff that has Phaedra in it. The Phaedra era, y'all. If you're a fan of Real Housewives of Atlanta, you know Miss Phaedra. She brought some of the best moments to the show. So yes, Alex. Phaedra Parks. Yes.
Yeah.
Parks.
In this industry for, you know, so long, and also like being a fan of Real Housewives in general, all the franchises, I know all the women. Like, I feel like I know them. You know, I've watched their interviews on Andy Cohen's show, Watch What Happens Live. And so I know them like surface level, and I, you know, appreciate all of them, but I want to really get to know them. You know what I mean?
Dig in, girl.
Yeah, dig in. I want to shout out Eric Jr. before we move on in the chat, because he just asked us if we eat McDonald's breakfast. And I couldn't have gotten more excited when I saw that. Courtney, do you love McDonald's breakfast?
Here's the thing. Sorry, I had to wipe my nose. It's really cold in here, y'all. Sorry to be gross. But I am obsessed with McDonald's breakfast. And in fact, Alex Schiffman, I have McDonald's breakfast every single Saturday morning before I trek to Trader Joe's / Ralph's to pick up my groceries. So let me give you guys my 2 options on what I get from McDonald's, because it always switches. Sometimes I'm feeling savory, sometimes I'm feeling sweet. Depending on the Saturday, I may get a sausage McGriddle, no egg, no cheese, with 2 crispy, fresh hash browns with lots of ketchup. And when I'm not feeling so savory, y'all, sometimes I get an oatmeal with extra cream, because who likes dry oatmeal? I know I don't. What about you, Alex? What you get?
I am a sausage burrito girl. I'm so obsessed. I also have a little egg white delight, but the secret is to take the Canadian bacon out and throw in a sausage. So you still get the egg white, but you have a little sausage to add to it. So that is my McDonald's breakfast tip, everyone.
Alex, show us your earrings. I'm glad someone else said it in the chat, because I was also admiring them just quietly. Girl, is that emerald? That's gorgeous. You look good in green.
So much. You know, I don't. They are emeralds. Let's just call them that. I didn't pay an emerald price for them, but they're emerald, baby, today.
Girl, they look very expansive, girl. Very expansive, girl. Couple commas in those, girl. Yes.
I'm in all black, so I thought I needed a pop of color for my T tribe and Courtney. So here you go. This is what we got.
Yeah. Come on, girl. Okay. Push through.
Well, let's move on to some other reality TV news. Jax Taylor is leaving Vanderpump Rules, and some of his former colleagues aren't exactly sad to see him go. Announcing his departure with wife Brittany Cartwright last week, Jax said that the experience was one of the most rewarding things in his life, but that he had decided to spend more time and energy building a family. So, of course, like any good reality TV exit, this couldn't go off without some drama. So earlier this year, around the time of the TV show's reunion, Jax had called out co-star Charlie Burnett over her disrespect for his position on the show. Jax wrote, quote, "Last time I checked, 50-year-old men are the only reason that chick can survive in this town. Know your role, sweetie. Don't throw rocks in glass houses." I think it's at glass houses, but that's besides the point. Charlie seemed to have the last laugh, though, as she tweeted this out after Jax's announcement that he would be leaving the show. Posting to Twitter, Charlie said this, quote, "I guess I do know my role, and it's employed." Ooh. So, Courtney, T-Tribe, do you think this will be the end of it? Or will Jax have to respond in some way in, wonderful Jax fashion?
It would be, I don't know these people the way that y'all know them, but I feel like this, Alex, if someone was dragging me at work and I'm just trying to do my job and then they lost their job, girl, yeah, I'd be petty. Absolutely. Now, I could watch the show and not even be feeling Miss Charlie, but on the surface, just hearing the story, girl, I support you. Because Jax hasn't done things that I probably would agree with, I'm assuming, I'm guessing. I feel like I've read, actually. And you know what? Charlie still has a check. And in this pandemic, it's good to have a check. And you got to think about what you do because it catches up with you, Alex. It's unfortunate, but it is true. So hopefully Jax can still, and I'm sure he will continue to be successful because we know cancel culture is not really that real. Hopefully he can get his coins together and Vanderpump Rules can come back and Charlie can keep her coins together, either by way of 50-year-old men or not. So what? Get your coin. Why are you judging her for?
I know that this tweet must have stung very bad. I mean, what we love about Jax is Jax's ego. And that's kind of why he's such an important, character on the show. His ego gets hurt. And when his ego gets hurt, he's revengeful. And that's why he's caused so much drama. So I appreciate that Charlie kind of came back at Jax because what Jax said was inappropriate. But to speak to Jax leaving, I know that there's a lot of mixed feelings about this because a lot of people and fans of the show were kind of criticizing the show for keeping Jax around when he did similar things that the cast members that were fired from the show had done. So people are wondering why Jax, he should kind of be reprimanded the same way. So I know a lot of people are happy that they did this, but he chose to leave himself, according to this, him and Brittany. So maybe he foresaw that was kind of coming and he wanted to kind of handle the narrative. I don't know what's going on, but I do think that he kind of jumped the bullet. Is that the saying?
I think that, first of all, I don't think that Jax chose to leave on his own. And the reason why I say that is because we found out before he put a statement out. And I feel like if he left on his own, he would have made sure he would have put it out and then went and talked to somebody. My question is, Alex, because I feel like you know the interpersonal relationships a little bit better probably. Do you think that before the firing, or because I'm going to be fair to this man, do you think that maybe Lisa and him sat down and she said, darling, in the age that we live in today, we can't have what you've done here up on, the front stage anymore. So we're going to perhaps ask you to leave. I just wanted to give you the heads up. And then she feeds a swan. Do you think that maybe happened? I see that happening.
That's what I'm implying. I think he knew it was coming. They may have had some conversations and he wanted to leave on his own accord because in the announcement he said he had decided to spend more time and energy building a family. So maybe either, they're going through enough and wanted to focus on the child, or he kind of knew it was coming and wanted to
It could have been like that Teddy Mellencamp girl. It could have been that Teddy Mellencamp where he was minding his own business, girl, and the boys and girls, the Courtneys of the world, tweeting, girl, and they said, girl, where your job is at? And he said, oh, no. He had to write a paragraph. Interesting how those things work. You can get fired, a girl, and not even know. The earth know before you know. I don't like that, Alex.
I know, but I do think it's pretty funny how Charlie responded because she just got him. She just got him with one tweet. Kind of been her whole character on the show. She's very sarcastic. She's young, but she's fiery, and she just got him. End of story. Adios. No pun intended. So I'm excited to kind of see how this season plays out, this next season, because there's a lot of big players on the show gone. So I'm interested to see where the storylines end up. So stay tuned for that. It'll survive. Like we said, it'll be more about Tom Tom and kind of they'll add new people in, Bravo. Right. So they'll figure it out as
Let me go get my job at Tom Tom, Alex, so I can go and start some drama. Girl, now's the time. I know they're looking for some black people, girl. I'll catch the Uber down to WeHo, girl. I know where Miss Tom Tom is, girl. I said, hi, Lisa. Oh, martini.
Exactly. Let's do it. And before we move on, I just want to shout out Maria, who says, I think it's jade, and she loves them. Very sweet, Maria. Thank you. And you're right. It is jade, not emerald.
I don't know anything about jewels, y'all. Sorry.
Beautiful green jewels. Okay. Let's move on to some other jewels in our life. Cardi B is finding herself in hot water on Twitter again. So Cardi found herself in trouble once more on social media yesterday after she tweeted this out to her fans. Cardi said, quote, "Should I spend $88,000 for this damn purse? Oh my God, it's tempting." Fans didn't seem to think so, as she got bombarded with tweets calling her out for not reading the room. Many fans were upset about her nonchalant flaunting of her wealth online. Many of them responded like this fan, quote, "Sis, there's an eviction crisis. Folks can't feed their families, students are drowning in debt, and people are sick with and dying of COVID. Most of us don't even have the luxury of $88 temptations, so hearing you're trying to drop $88,000 on a purse feels hella wrong." Cardi first tried to calm the situation by pointing out that she had been donating millions of dollars all year to support people in need, and also asked other charity groups to send her requests so she could match. She said, quote, "Any charity or foundation, drop your receipts under the comment. I will match what you donated and match your donation to that same charity or foundation. Let's match energy." But in true Cardi fashion, she couldn't end it without clapping right back to the haters. Cardi said, quote, "Bro, all I did was ask about an effing purse. Oh my God, I'm getting scared to tweet. I'm just going to tweet by Bible quotes here." Well, Courtney, T-Tribe, why does Cardi keep finding herself in these messes?
First of all, let me say this so that I'm fair. Cardi can do whatever she wants with her money. First of all, right? She can do whatever she wants with her money. That's fair and that's the truth. However, the person that tweeted that also is not wrong.
Yeah.
You understand that if you Cardi B are feeling like anything that you do is going to warrant some sort of negative response and you're annoyed by that, don't you think that you would maybe just a little potentially think about what you tweeted before you tweeted it? Also, the thing that really makes me roll my eyes, Alex, and truth without malice, I mean this, a multi-millionaire, let's take Cardi out of it, any millionaire talking about some, hey, normal people that are broke, poor, this, that, and the third, that are spending their coin to donate, let's match energy. So you have, you're a multimillionaire, and you're talking about, okay, you donated $20, I'm gonna donate $20. You donated $100, I'm gonna donate $100. How about you make some people's lives a little bit easier and donate $5,000 here, $5,000 there, $5,000, because you have the financial energy a little bit longer than some of us out those finances. I just, it just comes off a little bit tasteless to me. It doesn't put a good taste in my mouth, Alex. I just wish that she would respond differently. You can still be yourself and respond with a little bit of tact,
Yeah. Cardi's not the only celebrity that has kind of tweeted or posted these types of things that, accentuate their wealth and all of that. So, I'm not defending what she did, but I also think that, it's a time when everyone needs to be smarter about things they are posting. In general, like you said, she is wealthy enough to do this. She can post whatever she wants, but it's just about understanding the climate. Personally, I would feel, if I had that type of money, I would feel a little weird to post something like that. It's just about being smarter about your decisions and things you kind of display during this time that so many people are struggling.
Yeah, I agree, Alex. I agree.
And do you think that her kind of, response that she donated all this money kind of dismisses the tweet? You know what I mean? Do you think that? Yes.
I think the tone of it came off very dismissive. It's like, well, I donated, so I'm allowed to publicly tweet about spending almost $100,000 on a purse. It's like, oh, okay, or saying the stuff like she says, like, this is for my fans. Why are y'all bothering me? It's like, ma'am, you decided that you wanted to be hyper famous and have a public profile. If you wanted it just for your fans, you would lock your profile and keep saying what you want to say. But you always react to the attention, so we're going to give it to you.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of attention, Dionne Warwick may have just become the best thing on Twitter, giving attention to all of our favorite artists. Jumping online on Saturday, Dionne brought big grandma energy to her Twitter account as she began to chat with other celebs on the platform. She started with Chance the Rapper, asking this, quote, "Hi, Chance the Rapper. If you are very obviously a rapper, why don't you put it in your stage name? I cannot stop thinking about this." Dionne continued the questions with The Weeknd. Quote, "The Weeknd is next. Why? It's not even spelled correctly." She also tweeted at Taylor Swift and seemed to be a bit more of a Swiftie than we had thought with her kind words, saying this, quote, "Okay, what about Taylor Swift? I want to tell her I hope that she's having a good day and keeping her head high." So Taylor saw this and was thrilled, tweeting back, quote, "I just saw that you tweeted me. I'm a huge fan and I respect you so much. Thank you for wishing me well. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you for spreading joy." So, you must have just got her Twitter account. This is amazing. Courtney T. Tribe, what do you think of this adorable use of Twitter by Dionne Warwick?
Dionne Warwick, legend, icon, untouchable. I also was one of the people, Alex, initially that thought that Dionne was not tweeting her own tweets. And then, girl, she put out a video that was like, girl, it is me tweeting these tweets. So I just think that she's such a good sport about the internet. And I almost kind of feel like she's like the internet's granny right now. So I love it. I love the interactions. I love seeing Chance and The Weeknd and Taylor, like Chance specifically, they were like freaking out because, you know, growing up, especially specifically, I'll speak about myself, growing up in a Black household, like Dionne Warwick, Aretha Franklin, like these are the artists that, you know, our moms, dads, grandmothers put us onto as children. So I love that I have like my own Dionne Warwick moment that I can just like casually talk about. Like, did you see when she tweeted my fave, Taylor Swift? Like, you know, I thought it was good, positive news. I love it.
Totally. I saw this in my feed over the weekend in my Twitter feed, and I was like, this is incredible. And she's not wrong about the things she's saying, you know, alluding to the fact that why do you have to put a "the" in his name? You know, she then tweeted like, "I am now Dionne the Warwick," or, you know, however.
Dionne the singer.
Yeah. She was great, and I think it's the type of news we need right now, especially with all the horrible tweets we're talking about. I know we just, you know, had one in our last story. There's a lot of bad stuff happening on Twitter, so to see this just made my day. But
Alex and T-Tribe, I have a quick question. It's a quick one, I promise. If you all were verified on Twitter tomorrow, who is the celebrity you would tweet first?
Ooh.
Because when you're verified, for those of y'all that don't know, when you're verified on Twitter, your tweets to another verified user go into like a separate tab so that you know for a fact they're gonna see y'all. So who would y'all tweet first? What celebrity?
Ooh. I don't know. You know, depends. I'd have to think about it. Like, of course, the obvious choice is like a J-Lo or something. But if I wanted to like work or collaborate, maybe like a Seacrest.
Yeah.
Ryan, I'm coming for you when I'm there.
I want that. Alex, I want that. You and Ryan together, girl, that's it. Now, girl, we need to get you that check. We're going to work on it.
You know, my mind goes through or to work related, like career related. Who am I going to reach out to when I, you know, want to collaborate? So my fangirl is outside and my workhorse mind is like, all right, we're in. What about you?
Girl? I think that I feel like mine would probably be Taylor just because I've tweeted Nikki and Nikki has tweeted back, obviously. And I want to have lunch with Taylor Swift. Taylor, please invite me to lunch. That will be my tweet.
All right, let's see some of these. Rihanna, Taylor Swift for sure. And my love, Shawn Mendes, Chelsea said. Karina says Selena Gomez. Josephina says, I would tweet all my favorite comedians. Zendaya.
Mr. Makeup said Katy.
Yeah. All right. It's Katy Perry. Okay, let's move on to some other fun news. Looks like we may be getting a marriage from Gwen and Blake earlier than anticipated. That's Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton, for those that aren't following. They announced their engagement at the end of October, and within a month, they seem to be ready to get this whole marriage thing out of the way. A source recently told People magazine, quote, "This won't be a long engagement. There is a reason why Blake proposed now. They are both ready to get married. They don't want a huge wedding. They want their family and close friends to attend, and that's it." So, if they were this serious, should they have just skipped the engagement and gone right to the courthouse? Or do you think a marriage needs, an engagement first?
I don't know, Alex. Do you feel? I don't know. Like, do you? I mean, an engagement. I guess an engagement is just like letting people know, like, hey, we're going to get married. But like, can't you send that out in like an email, girl? Can't you just put that on the Facebook, like, we're getting married? But I guess that's the status of your relationship. Instead of saying to someone, but we're going to get married, you just say I'm engaged. I don't know. I feel like Gwen, you trying to be back in the news because you just put your song out, or you're going to put a song out or something like that. So this is just like random news. I am happy for her, but to be honest, if she got married or not, I don't think would affect me. Do y'all care about Gwen being engaged or not, y'all? I don't care. I care about her, but I just want the music from her. I don't care about her personal life.
Oh, I love this relationship. They're so different. And they are really in love, and that they found love after their 2 divorces on The Voice. I'm heavily involved in this relationship and couldn't be more excited when they did get engaged. But to my point that I asked you, I mean, the engagement is like the courting part of it. So I know this isn't either of their first marriage, but it's the romantic side of getting married. So if they just went to the courthouse, personally, I think you kind of lose that. However, I will say no shade or judgment to people during this time with COVID and everything going on, that weddings were canceled and all of that. I feel for you. And in this moment in time, I would maybe, think about just going to the courthouse if I wanted to get married that badly. So I understand, but with them, I thought it was cute. And I'm excited that they're going to be married even sooner, because why not? Life is short.
Would you feel safe at an outdoor wedding, Alex and T-Tribe, if the whole thing was outdoor? Right now, would you feel okay with a mask on, a pretty white mask on?
It depends, the amount of people involved, the setting. Is it more of like an intimate, closer setting? Is there enough room? I would think about it. Also, whose wedding is it? Is it, someone in my immediate family? My best friend, is it a
close
wedding
friend.
that
Not best, but close.
Close friend.
You gotta think, girl. Close friend, 100 people, and y'all outside the whole time. Y'all never gonna step inside. Cake, everything outside. I do kiss outside, but you're also not in the wedding party. You're just a guest, but this is your good sis. Like, oh, like that's my girl. Like, if things were normal, you would be like, oh, let me call my girl Chelsea because we getting some drinks because that's your girl.
I mean, if we're wearing a mask and we're doing the necessary precautions, I'd think about it. I haven't been in that situation.
I love to see how y'all think.
Yeah. But,
I'm not sure if I would right now.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to this next news. Let us know in the chat, what you think about that wedding Courtney just brought up. Tiana Taylor has shocked her fans over the weekend when she announced she would be retiring from music. The Miss Taylor posted a couple of times to her Instagram account this weekend to speak to her change of career. She initially shocked fans who were not ready for this kind of shift in their faves' fortunes. So the R&B singer took to Instagram Live to explain herself as well, saying, quote, "I'm tired. I'm just tired. And it's not to throw anybody under the bus, but I do feel like the majority of what the post was toward my label that I've been signed to for almost 10 years. Everything you guys see of me, everything that I put out, everything that I do is 100% me. My thing about it is there's no gun to anybody's head to do anything that they don't want to do. So yes, I'm going to feel underappreciated if I'm putting in 110%, and my label is giving me, they're reciprocating 10% of that. So, as we know, she's represented by Kanye West's Good Music and Def Jam up until this point. What do you make of this news, Courtney?
The news is disappointing. I feel like, I don't know about you guys, but I met Teyana Taylor, not in real life, but I met her on My Super Sweet 16 and then, the Google Me song. And, she's really grown into her own as an artist, with her man and her babies. Like, I really like her a lot. And so it kind of sucks to hear this news, but it's also frustrating to hear how artists in general always seem to be going through something with their label, to the point, Alex, where they're discouraged from creating anymore. And I feel like creative people should always be creative. It sucks and it's unfortunate, but I hope that she's able to find a better situation for herself so that she can release music consistently, because there always seems to be a holdup with her music. And I think that that's part of the reason why people aren't as interested as they were at one point,
Yeah, I agree. I think that this is something that happens a lot in the industry, not just the music industry, but the entertainment industry in general, because I feel like there's a little bit of disconnect because the artist, the actor are, passionate. This is emotion involved. This is their life calling. Whereas the other side of the business is literally a business. It's money. And so when you put those two sides together, it creates chaos. One side is thinking logistically while the other side is thinking emotionally. And at the end of the day, they want the same thing, but it's hard to kind of get to that point. And, it's unfortunate that Teyana is doing this, but it's not that surprising because there comes a point where enough is enough. And you have to kind of have that conversation with yourself. Can I still do this and feel underappreciated, or can I not create anymore? This is not motivating for me. And I think that's maybe what she's doing it. Hopefully it's just a break and they can arrive at some sort of agreement and prioritize her more where she feels respected enough to come back to music. But it's just sad.
Teyana Taylor, and also Alex, Teyana Taylor, good morning, Miss Teyana. You don't need no label. The girls are going independent. Look at Miss Tinashe. Tinashe, we're not going to do that today because y'all know how I feel about Miss Tinashe. Tinashe is independent, Iggy Azalea is independent, and they're both doing absolutely stellar, and they have cult followings with their fans. I think that she should leave the label if Kanye lets her go, and she should just do her own thing, Alex. She can get it done. She has the fan base for it.
Good point. I wonder if Kanye will respond to this. We will stay tuned. Maybe. Okay, well, until then, we're talking about Tinder's playlist because what else would we be talking about on this Monday morning? Tinder is joining the other apps and programs we use every day with its own end-of-the-year list, but we're a little confused. So the dating app released their top 10 essential dating anthems of 2020 to Billboard over the weekend, and while we aren't shocked by the list, we're a little confused as to what to do with it. So the list includes, number 1, WAP by Cardi B. Number 2, Laugh Now, Cry Later by Drake. Rockstar by DaBaby. Wishing Well by Juice WRLD. What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow. It goes on and on. Savage remix. There's a lot on this. So what do we do with this list, Courtney? Is this a list where people are, swiping to this music? Are they just kind of appreciating music during this time? What do you think about this?
Alex, I'm trying to figure out, do y'all need a soundtrack to swipe to? Because that's what I'm thinking of when I hear this. Tinder has an end-of-the-year playlist. These are the songs that our users were swiping to. T-Tribe, when you are looking for either a long-term or short-term partner, do you like to set the mood before that? I'm going to find a man tonight. Okay, we're going to put on WAP because that's me. And then, is that what you do? Let us know. I'm very interested to know. Tell us.
that Tinder has, some artists, they have brand deals with artists where single artists will be featured on the app and help promote it. A lot of dating apps have done this. T-Tribe, if you still use Twitter and you're single and, on the apps, let us know. I know that some dating apps have profiles, other ones, not Tinder specifically, where you can put a song to your profile. So I wonder if this has to do with this.
Like MySpace, girl.
Right. But I think that, these songs definitely want to make people swipe. So the list is correct.
Girl, you might go on somebody's Tinder profile and all of a sudden you hear body yada 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 yada. Like, you just never know. That's interesting. Tinder, you need to email us know how you got this list together, and let us know if the boys and girls of the world are creating soundtracks to swipe to. Something about that is just very interesting. Like, oh, I'm gonna find a man. Wow.
Oh my God. I have to shout out Cecilia. She said, I might do that to get me mentally prepared for online dating. And that is the most amazing thing ever, because we know it's not easy to do some online dating. So maybe this music will help you. And maybe this next music or song will also help you during this time, because there is more new music coming from Shawn Mendes over the weekend. And it's with his girlfriend, Camila Cabello. On Saturday, they released their cover of the Christmas song. Camila posted to her Instagram about the duet, saying, quote, "This has been such a crazy year with so many challenges. This holiday season, it is more important than ever to spread love and kindness to everyone. Shawn and I wanted to send all our love to you, amazing humans. So we put together something special for you, our rendition of the Christmas song." So both of the singers will also be donating $100,000 to Feeding America, which is pretty incredible, to help those suffering from the pandemic and the economic impact it has been having. So, Courtney and T-Tribe, what do you think of this little duet?
Wow. Wonder came and went, huh? I honestly, Alex, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I did not press play on Scamila. But I can appreciate the positive of this, that they are donating money for all 8 of y'all that listened. And hopefully for those of y'all that did give her a stream, it brought a sense of holiday spirit to you that maybe Mariah, Ariana, and Jennifer Hudson did not provide. Girl, I was fulfilled with those 3. But if you need a little extra, if you want some truffles over the top of your meal, go right on ahead and listen to the Human Melatonin, which would be Shawn Mendes. And go to sleep. So I didn't listen, but I'm sure some people will love it, and happy holiday.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of my all-time favorite Christmas carols, the Christmas song. I even forget, even though it's my favorite, I also always think it's called Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, and it's not. It's called the Christmas song. So that's something that I learn every year and have to remind myself. Their music, on the positive side, I enjoyed the song. I think that their voices do blend together, because Shawn, Camila has that like breathy kind of voice, and Shawn, they're so
he's like,
you know what I also love about this, Courtney, is that this means that we're probably going to see this duet on some sort of Christmas special sometime soon, because
I was going to say, Alex, do you think they'll do a Christmas special, Scamila? I could see it.
Not alone, but I think that this duet will definitely be featured on like Jingle Ball or one of those. You know what I mean?
If they're still running this next year, I think that they'll try to do like a Mariah. Give us an hour of camp, like Shawn and Camila's friends, a little Niall in there. I could see it. You know what I mean? Give it a year, y'all. If they make it to another, oh God, good for them. If they make it to another year, I could see it, Alex. They're gonna give us at least a 45-minute something. So I'm gonna put it on one of these streaming girls. So get ready, girl. Hold on to your earrings, girl. They coming.
I'm waiting. I want to hear more. Give me all the holiday music because, like I said, we need it. Okay, Courtney, it's time to talk about our favorite family. Here we go. Let us into those dates because beep beep.
If you guys are all set for all of the tea from behind the Kris Jenner gate, be sure to turn your volumes down for Kris Jenner Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just me.
All right. First up, we're talking about holiday presents coming from Momager herself, Kris Jenner. She called up Solvang Bakery and delivered custom gingerbread houses to each of her kids, and they are adorable. Each of the Kris Jenners posted their delivery to their Instagram stories, showing off the different options that Kris had added for them. Kim received a house with her whole brood in front. Courtney showed off the inside of hers and the little fireplace that was added. I mean, unbelievable. Chloe got a wide house for just those 3 little gingerbread people. And Kylie showed off the delivery of her house before putting it all together. What did you think of this cute little tradition? And I will note that Kylie's house had everyone's name on it. So we know who the favorite is. Or maybe Kylie throws the parties. But I don't know why no one else had everyone's name on it. So, Courtney, what do you think of this gift? And have you ever made a gingerbread house?
Alex, I think, have I ever made a gingerbread house before? I think I have participated in the activity in the way of like, oh God, do we really have to do this? And then I like stand off to the side. Like it was like with a bunch of people, like, with like 5 friends or something like that. And I'm just kind of like off to the side, like, yeah, girl, do that. And then it just turns out to be like a mess. But shout out to Kris. I think that that's a very unique gift. And it almost kind of comes across as like she can get everyone a gift that is kind of like fair, if that makes sense. Like she's not going to get a Cartier bracelet for Kim, a Claire's earring for Courtney, like, you know what I mean? It was fair. It was a gingerbread house for everyone. So it was a cute idea, just reminding us that they're all, wealthy and can spend their money. And, will they just have the kids demolish them when the holidays are over? I think that's what I would have my kids do if I had like little kids. Go ahead, stomp it in, North. A little fun demolition moment.
The Kris Jenners love the holidays. This is one, time of the year. Not one time of the year. I mean, I guess every time of the year they go over the top. But specifically, this is something we know about them with their extravagant holiday party every year. So I think it's sweet that they're still having this tradition. And, it's hard for everyone this year. So I do think that this is cute. And you know what? I've made a gingerbread house before, but this year specifically, since we can't go out or do anything, I was like, what can we do this year to like entertain the family for days? And gingerbread houses is the thing. So this year, I think I'm gonna make my own gingerbread house, and I'm gonna send you it, Courtney, as Kris Jenner does.
Girl, send it. Girl, gingerbread house, girl. Yes, put a little pink something on there for me, girl. A little pink doorknob or something, girl. I'm ready.
Exactly. I'll make it special to you, very personal. Speaking of special, St. West turned 5 on Saturday, and his little sister helped him celebrate. Posting to her Instagram story, Chloe caught little sister Chicago in the bouncy castle to sing happy birthday to her brother. Take a look at the clip right now.
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Stacy.
Cute.
I think that Chicago has a little future in music. I mean, that song was not bad. It's like 2.
Not bad at all.
Pretty cool. Saint celebrated his golden birthday on Saturday. He turned 5 on the 5th. And his mom, Kim, showed off some cute photos on Instagram to celebrate. Kim also captioned the post with this, quote, "My baby Saint turns 5 today. One of my life's soulmates. Every year I interview my kids and ask them the same exact question about life. Saint, I can't wait to see how you've grown and how you answers these questions as a 5-year-old and show them to you when you're big." This is obviously really, really cute. What did you think of this, song and Kim's post for Saint's birthday?
The song was cute, Alex. I loved what Kim said about interviewing the kids every year. And the reason why is because I'm that kind of person. I'm like the let's see your transformation. Like, girl, Sweet 16, I ain't gonna tell you. And then bam, you up on the Summer Jam screen. And I play all them responses from age 1 to now. Like, I'm very much, I see myself as that kind of parent. So, like, I
Yeah.
love that. Something else I loved real quick, girl, because we are literally running out of time. I just love how big the kids have gotten. It feels like just yesterday, if y'all remember, y'all, I was saying that Psalm should be named Robert Harut. If y'all been here for a minute, like it literally feels like just yesterday I was saying that. So to see Psalm be so big to me is crazy. Shout out to the kids.
I know. They make beautiful babies. Those kids are gorgeous. The lashes on Chicago is just stunning. And I want to note, I'm not sure if we saw in that clip, but True is also in the bouncy house. And True had like a growth spurt or something because that little girl has the longest legs. She's going to be very, very tall, like her parents. So that was cute to see as well. And like you said, I love this kind of parenting. I think that I will do the same thing as well and have them look back and see how much they've grown and changed. I love that kind of reflection. But speaking of reflecting, let's get to our OMT story of the day because we are really running out of time. Selena Gomez is keeping her energy constant in regards to her advocacy work, zooming into the virtual Teen Vogue summit over the weekend. Selena spoke to her fans about her activism work this year, including working with the Black Lives Matter movement, Stacey Abrams to help get out the vote in Georgia and sign people up, and more. She also spoke out about what she feels is the next step in getting more equality for women in America. Selena said this, quote, "I love how supportive women can be of other women and lift each other up. And now these young girls can look up to women more than ever with our vice president, with people like Stacey Abrams, all of these women that truly are breaking the mold. And they're doing things that are incredible. If anything, I'd love to see men championing women more. I'm believing that this place of all these women just supporting each other is great, but we also need some support from men." So she continued to speak about the importance of authenticity to oneself and valuing self-care through therapy and whatever other ways help to calm your mind. So Courtney and T-Tribe, what did you think of Selena's comments? And of course, I see those crowns in the chat. Keep them coming. What do you think, Court?
I just want to say, Alex, something that I never really understood. It was like a thought that came to my head when I was like a child. Not to make this sound weird, but like I never really understood why men can be, because I won't speak for all of them, but in society, why men are so critical or taught through behaviors to almost kind of like look down on women and be critical of women, because without women we wouldn't be here, you know? So I almost kind of wish that it was looked at like women were viewed as like strong, intelligent protectors, providers of life, because that's what y'all are. And in society, especially in the celebrity world, it's not taught enough. Wish that it were. Shout out to women. I very much am all about the hashtag girl power, girl, ever since I was in the closet twirling to the Spice Girls, girl. So shout out to women. I agree with Selena. And I'm glad that she spoke up.
Me too. I think this is a very, very powerful conversation to be having, and I think it's important. I love that Selena has, made it such a priority to advocate for things like this. She's really just a trendsetter in that, she's not just a pop star. She is so much more than that. And I agree with her. I think that women equality is important. And like you said, we all came from a woman, and let's never forget that. So we are powerful. We are strong. We can be independent without a man, but we also appreciate the support from a man. And that's how we'll end this show, with that statement. Shout out to Selena. We love her. And Courtney, that's all the tea we have to spill today. But don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, to spill more celebrity tea for you. And if you're new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're an after sipper, we love to read them. Courtney, if they want more of you, where can they find you after the show?
If you want more of me after the tea, you can follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok now, apparently. And I have a podcast as well as my own individual YouTube channel. Just take Courtney Revolution right there, type it up top. It all comes right on up. Where can they find you, Schiffman?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Alex Schiffman, just like that, to keep up with me as well. And now it's time to wash this tea off our hands. Everyone stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Mwah.
Alrighty, we'll see you tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. It's intimate. Wash your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands. It's intimate. Scrub your hands. Hey, just wash your hands, Miss Ma'am. Just wash your